Epictetus, a name now synonymous with resilience and the Stoic philosophy, began his journey in the most challenging circumstances imaginable. Born nearly 2 millennia ago in Hierapolis, Phrygia, which is now modern-day Turkey, Epictetus entered the world not as a free man, but as a slave. His very name, Epictetus, which translates to acquired, was a stark reminder of his status in society. Devoid of the privileges that come with a free birth, he grew up in an environment where his basic human dignity was consistently undermined. This early phase of his life, marked by the absence of freedom and choice, set the stage for his remarkable insights into human nature and resilience. Epictetus's life as a slave was rife with inhumanities and hardships that tested the limits of human endurance. He suffered under the hands of his owners, enduring not just the physical pain of torture, but also the mental and emotional toll of constant exploitation. His body bore the scars of this harsh treatment, a vivid testament to the suffering he endured. Yet, it was in these depths of despair that the seeds of his Stoic philosophy were sown. Epictetus's later teachings would reflect his profound understanding of suffering and the human spirit's capacity to transcend it. His eventual exile from Rome only added to the list of adversities he faced. Yet remarkably, it also marked the beginning of a new chapter where he would emerge as a beacon of wisdom and resilience. In the face of overwhelming adversity, Epictetus cultivated a perspective that was revolutionary for its time and remains deeply relevant today. He chose not to view his life as a series of tragedies, despite its apparent hardships, but rather as a mosaic of opportunities for growth and enlightenment. This outlook was not born of naivety, but from a profound understanding of human resilience and potential. Epictetus saw each challenge not as a barrier, but as a stepping stone, a chance to practice virtue and fortify his character. His philosophy taught that external circumstances, no matter how dire, could not dictate one's inner life. This remarkable perspective was not just a coping mechanism. It was a triumphant assertion of the human spirit's capacity to rise above its conditions. Central to Epictetus's teachings was the concept of the two handles, which posited that every situation in life can be handled in two ways, one that allows us to carry it effectively and another that does not. He emphasized that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we have absolute power over how we respond. This idea led to his focus on controlling one's opinions, values, and sense of self, as these were the true realms of freedom and personal power. By cultivating a strong inner world, one could remain unshaken by external turmoil. Epictetus's journey from a life of slavery to becoming a revered philosopher is a testament to his philosophy's efficacy. His teachings empowered not just himself but generations to come, guiding them in the art of transforming life's adversities into opportunities for triumph. Imagine the opulent halls of Nero's court, a place where power and luxury were on full display, yet paradoxically, where true freedom was often a rare commodity. This contrast becomes striking when set against the backdrop of Epictetus's life. Although physically enslaved, Epictetus experienced a form of freedom that eluded many in Nero's court. While those in power were shackled by their insatiable desires, ambitions, and petty grudges, Epictetus, in his humble state, found liberation in his Stoic philosophy. The visuals of grandeur and decadence juxtaposed with the simplicity and serenity of Epictetus' demeanor underline a profound truth: real freedom stems from within. This contrast not only highlights the irony of physical freedom without mental emancipation, but also showcases the Stoic ideal that true liberty is found in self-mastery and the relinquishment of desire for external validation. As a slave, Epictetus was an observer of the lives of the most powerful men and women of his time. He witnessed firsthand how they were enslaved to their passions, their status, and the whims of a tyrannical ruler. Their lives, despite all outward appearances of control and authority, were mired in insecurity and dissatisfaction. Epictetus's keen observations of these dynamics further solidified his belief in the importance of internal freedom. He saw that those who appeared free were often the most trapped, bound by their own unchecked desires and societal expectations. This realization was a cornerstone in the development of his philosophy, where the pursuit of virtue and the cultivation of inner strength were paramount. Through these observations, Epictetus's teachings gained depth and nuance, providing a stark yet enlightening contrast to the illusory freedoms of the Roman elite. Epictetus's journey towards freedom and philosophical prominence began under the tutelage of Musonius Rufus, one of the foremost Stoic philosophers of his time. Rufus, known for his practical approach to Stoicism, became a pivotal figure in Epictetus's life, guiding him through the nuances of this profound philosophy. Under Rufus's mentorship, Epictetus not only absorbed the tenets of Stoicism, but also learned to apply them to the complexities of real life. This period of intellectual and spiritual growth was a transformative one for Epictetus. It was under Rufus's guidance that he began to see beyond the chains of his physical bondage, realizing the greater freedom of the mind and spirit. This education was not just an escape, it was a liberation, leading to his eventual emancipation from slavery. The moment of his freedom marked a significant turning point, setting him on a path to becoming a distinguished philosopher in his own right. Upon gaining his freedom, Epictetus established himself as a teacher of Stoicism, sharing the insights that had illuminated his path. His teachings quickly garnered attention, attracting some of the most influential minds of the era, including the future Emperor Hadrian and the philosopher King Marcus Aurelius. Epictetus's influence on these figures was profound, as he imparted lessons that would shape their leadership and personal philosophies. His teachings, characterized by their practicality and focus on ethical living, resonated deeply with his students, fostering a new generation of Stoic thinkers. Through his lectures and the eventual compilation of his teachings in the Discourses and the Enchiridion, Epictetus's impact extended far beyond the confines of his classroom. He became a guiding light in an era of tumult, his wisdom shaping the thoughts and actions of some of the most powerful individuals of his time and leaving an indelible mark on the course of philosophical thought. Epictetus's life serves as a masterclass in endurance, resilience, and the extraordinary ability to carve out a meaningful existence, irrespective of external conditions. His teachings emphasize that a good life is not contingent on favorable circumstances, but on a favorable disposition. Epictetus championed the idea that we possess the inherent strength to endure life's trials and emerge not just unscathed, but enriched. He taught that challenges should not be seen as impediments to happiness, but rather as opportunities to demonstrate virtue and develop character. This perspective shifts the focus from what is happening around us to how we choose to respond. Epictetus's own life, a tapestry woven with trials and triumphs, stands as a testament to this philosophy. He showed that even in the bleakest situations, we have the power to cultivate inner peace, purpose, and contentment. Epictetus often likened life to a play, a metaphor that captures the Stoic view of our existence. In this play, we are not the playwrights, but merely actors, each with a role that we do not choose but are called upon to perform to the best of our ability. He argued that our primary duty is to play our given role, focusing on our actions and attitudes, which are within our control. This analogy beautifully encapsulates the Stoic commitment to accepting life's uncontrollable aspects while diligently managing what is in our hands. It's a call to focus on the present, play our parts with integrity, and let go of the outcome, understanding that some aspects of the script are beyond our influence. This philosophy doesn't diminish life's challenges, but empowers us to navigate them with grace and equanimity, recognizing that while we cannot control the play's entirety, our performance is entirely up to us. In today's fast-paced and often unpredictable world, the lessons from Epictetus's life and teachings remain more relevant than ever. By applying Epictetus's principles, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with greater serenity and resilience. This means recognizing that while we may not have control over events like economic fluctuations, political upheavals, or personal losses, we retain the power to control our reactions to these events. The practice of differentiating between what we can and cannot control and investing our energy wisely is a skill that can transform our personal and professional lives, leading to greater effectiveness and inner peace. Epictetus's teachings encourage us to shape our destiny through our actions and attitudes. This is not about exerting control over the external world, but rather about mastering our internal world. In our daily lives, this translates to taking responsibility for our responses, attitudes, and behaviors. By doing so, we can turn challenges into opportunities for growth, conflicts into chances for understanding, and setbacks into catalysts for resilience. This approach does not guarantee an easy life, but it promises a meaningful and fulfilling one. In the workplace, in relationships, and in personal development, the Stoic practice of focusing on our controllable actions and attitudes can lead to a profound sense of empowerment and a proactive approach to life. Epictetus's legacy, thus, is not just a philosophy for the ancient world, but a living guide for contemporary individuals striving to lead purposeful and contented lives. As we reflect on the extraordinary life and teachings of Epictetus, it becomes clear that his insights offer far more than historical wisdom. They provide practical guidance for enduring life's challenges with dignity and strength. From his humble beginnings as a slave to his emergence as a revered Stoic philosopher, Epictetus's journey embodies the transformative power of resilience and the triumph of the human spirit. His philosophy, centered on the concepts of endurance, the art of focusing on what we can control, and the importance of shaping our destiny through our actions and attitudes, is remarkably applicable to the complexities of our modern lives. Epictetus's legacy is a timeless testament to the enduring relevance of Stoic philosophy, offering us a roadmap for navigating the trials of life with grace, courage, and a deep sense of purpose. As we face our own challenges, let us draw inspiration from Epictetus's unshakable spirit, finding within ourselves the resilience and wisdom to lead a life of virtue, fulfillment, and enduring happiness.